What's going on with this game Palworld, right? So I remember hearing about this Pokemon with guns type of thing. I have not played this game. Now I do have an Xbox, so I could play it on Game Pass, but I have watched my kids, both of my boys play this game. They seem to freaking love it. Like it just they're having a ridiculous time with this game. I've watched Dashy Games play it. That's really my only exposure to it. I haven't played it, so I don't really have an opinion uh, based off of my time with it because I don't have any time with it. But it does look interesting. It does look interesting. Obviously, it's heavily inspired by Pokemon, but also plenty of other games like, Fortnite, Breath of the Wild, Zelda, tons of different inspirations. Ark Survival Evolved. It looks like a culmination of a bunch of games, right? And this thing is freaking just taking the world by storm. 8 million. They just announced this a couple hours ago. 8 million Steam sales in less than 6 days. This thing is breaking freaking records, dude. Breaking records. And there's been a lot of talks out there like, hey, Nintendo's going to go after them. The Pokemon company's going to go after these guys. I'm no legal expert. I don't freaking know. I've seen plenty of people defending this game and then people say, no, this is a blatant ripoff. From what I've seen of the game, it doesn't look like, hey, it's just a straight up ripoff of Pokemon necessarily, just that there's this heavy inspiration that some people may look at as a little, maybe scummy, like, hey, go in your own direction. But everything's kind of inspired by something else, right? And what I wanted to quickly talk about is that finally, Pokemon Company has actually issued a statement concerning Palworld. And they don't seem to be messing around. They didn't have a lot to say, but it does seem like they're going to be investigating some things here. I've heard some people say that some of the graphics in the game, like the character models, that they're some of them look like they may have been ripped off of a Pokemon model and then just minorly tweaked. I can't speak to any of that, but now that we have the Pokemon Company having something to say about this, I guess we'll find out, if any legal action is taken. But this is nuts. I'm gonna have to play this game. Like this thing has gone crazy viral, right? Like I think a lot of people are just playing this just because of all the news out there, all the people talking about it, the controversy behind it. Pokemon with guns. Okay. Like right now, if you go on Steam, it says right here, is this updated? Is this freaking updated? 1.26 million people's in game right now. There's like AAA games that be coming out that are like $70 that don't get this kind of traction. This is crazy, but let's quickly get to the actual Pokemon company corporate little statement that they made. They don't specifically say Palworld, but it's obvious that's what they're talking about. But I'll put a link to this just so you could take a gander at it for yourself. This is posted January 25th in the future. Japan's like, I think 17 hours in the future from me. So yeah, it makes sense. 24th here, the 25th there. So here we go. Inquiries regarding other companies' games. No, they're not talking about other games. They're talking about one game, Palworld. So they're saying we've received many inquiries. Snitches, man. Snitches get stitches. What the hell's going on here? I mean, I've seen some people like, why are people snitching to the Pokemon company? Nah, don't even trip on that. It ain't about people like filling out a form or whatever, going on their corporate site and like informing them or Nintendo about this game. They know about it. Obviously, they know about it. But they're saying that there's been a bunch of inquiries about this game released in January 2024 and that they have not granted any permission for the use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in that game. Yeah, obviously, they're not going to allow other companies unless it's a company that they're working with and it's licensed. They didn't license anything. Is there anything in that game that is directly ripped off, or is it just all inspired? I mean, you guys let me know in the comments if you've played this game. Is there anything that's just so blatant that these guys may wind up getting in trouble? I'm gonna have to play it myself, but I'm finding this whole thing like interesting. Like I said, I'm no lawyer. I haven't played the game. I look at it, I don't think like, oh, this is blatant, but some people seem to think that way. Maybe the snitches here, but they say they intend to investigate. So yeah, they're doing an investigation and they're going to take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to the Pokemon. Wow, that's a mouthful. We will continue to cherish and nurture each and every Pokemon and its world. This almost sounds like a joke post. They're going to continue to cherish and nurture these fake creatures and its world and bring to the world together through Pokemon in the future. The Pokemon Company with love, the Pokemon Company. So yeah, these guys, man. What do we click this? Was it just share their post? I ain't trying to share this. Everybody's hearing about this now. But you know, Nintendo, the Pokemon Company's the Pokemon Company, Pokemon games. You know, Nintendo has what a percentage ownership of that stuff, but it's not like completely theirs. So it's mostly going to be on the Pokemon Company here to do whatever it is that they're going to do and perform this investigation. But what could happen? I mean, in the end, if they do find some assets in the game that are a little too close, a little too close to Pokemon characters. I mean, I guess if they pull assets and they match it up like, oh, it's 1-for-1 to like they just ripped their assets and they reused them. It's 1-for-1. Other than okay, they added a couple horns and a frilly thing and changed the color. Like if the polygon counts and everything lines up, I could see there being some kind of case here. But holy crap, 8 million players and counting. Getting this, that doesn't even include the freaking Xbox Game Pass numbers. That's what's crazy about this thing. This freaking game is taking the world by storm. Freaking pal tamers. I don't know. I'm really curious. I got to play this game myself. I just, been seeing all this drama. Watched, like I said, seen a couple people play the game. Looks interesting. Not necessarily my type of game, but hey, like these other 8 million people, I bet you it was like 200,000 people who were like dead set and playing this damn game. They were hyped for it. And then it just spread like wildfire because the drama, the controversy, the weapons and stuff like that. I don't know. Like, is it a really good game? I think that the reviews like on Steam are mostly like positive, like very highly recommended type of thing. So far, it's just early access, but I haven't really been seeing anybody complaining necessarily like that the game sucks or anything. Seems like people are really enjoying it. So, I mean, that's cool. Look at that. Doesn't look like any Pokemon game I've ever played, but what do I know? The freaking Squirtle with a gun, dude. People are crazy, man. All right, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Bye.